Hello, welcome to the Amazing Minecraft Podcast, episode number 46 for Thursday, December something.
2nd.
Yes, that is the date. We have an important announcement to make. It's been hard to keep up with everything, so we are announcing that we are going to be stopping doing the Patreon thing for a little while. Don't worry that the people that are already subscribed to Patreon, you will still get to keep your server progress, and we will not delete your old Patreon episodes that you had before. For the server, we are going to be opening it up to everyone, so there will be a lot more people on the server, be a lot more popular, hopefully.
So we're going to put a link there to the server IP and address, but there is only 20 slots, and I think we already have like 3 or 4 Patreons on there, and me and Gabriel, so it's only about maybe 15 slots left, so if you want to get there, you might want to do that sooner than later.
And 20 slots just means that only 20 people can be on at a time. We can expand it if we feel like it. Like, if, say, 40 people are trying to get on all the time, then we will expand it to fit probably 50 or 60 people. So yeah, that is that little bit of housekeeping. We're gonna try and be, like, sticking to a schedule. I know I said this last time, but, like, just stuff seems to happen, or, like, usually it's just that, like, we don't really feel like doing a podcast at that moment, because, like, our life does have other aspects to it, such as,
usually
like,
it's
school.
I want to do a podcast, he doesn't, or he wants to do a podcast and I don't, and we never agree on when to do it.
Then, because we both have to agree to do a podcast, otherwise one of us just ends up doing it by themselves, and that's no fun. So, yeah, we're going to try and be doing podcasts more often. We're going to be trying to do one every 1 to 2 weeks. Also, Christmas break starts, in, I think, like, 2 weeks now. So,
20th.
then, yeah, so, like, the 20th or something, going all the way to, like, January 2nd. So we'll have a lot more time to play Minecraft and a lot more time to do the podcast. So expect, like, maybe 2 episodes a week those 2 weeks from December 20th to January 1st. For now, we're going to be sticking for 1 episode every 1 to 2 weeks. So, yeah. We don't have any definitive schedule yet, but you think we probably should by around episode 50. But, you know, that's the way I roll, I guess. But that's probably not that great of an excuse, and I recognize that. So sorry for the delay. But yeah, without further ado, what have we been doing in Minecraft, Gideon?
So I really have not played any Minecraft, but I feel like now that we don't have Patreon, we could just talk about some other games if we wanted to.
Well, we've done a lot of other games. I'm thinking about starting a Breath of the Wild podcast, which would be all about Breath of the Wild and that, because it's kind of my favorite game, second to Minecraft, because it's just so good and open world, although the voice acting is terrible. I'll give it that one little problem. But it came out 4 years ago or something, 4 or 5 years ago. It's still great. I just started playing on Master Mode. I've now beaten the Varuta. I'm now starting Von Naboris. I'm trying to get into Gerudo City. And I've probably played for 15-ish hours, so I've been going pretty fast with the game. I expected Master Mode boss battles to be harder, because, like, with other enemies, all their health is buffed dramatically and all that, and they regen super fast. But bosses, like, it takes them, like, a full 10 seconds to even start regening. And at that point, you can just hit them a bunch with arrows, and then they die. So it took me, like, 3 tries, because the first time he just whacked me with his spear, and I instantly died. Second time, I got him super low, and then he just took out his laser, and I wasn't thinking, and I got zapped. Then third time, I beat him, and it was pretty easy. So yeah, that's just my Breath of the Wild stuff. I have played Minecraft, actually. I've played a lot of it. I've played a lot of random games. So I activated all my network boosters, so now I got, like, a bunch more levels. I'm now Hypixel level 85 or something. So trying to get to level 100, because there's a complicated leveling system. Because if you were tipped by players, then you get XP.
I don't even know how getting tipped by players works.
You have to activate a network booster, and you should stack them instead of queue them, because if you queue them, then it activates like the full ×2 thing, but it takes usually like a day to start. If you stack them, it only takes like an hour, and then it'll add 0.1 coin multipliers to what's already there, up to a maximum of like ×3. So that way you can activate a lot of boosters a lot quicker. So I have been doing a lot of Bed Wars and Blitz SG and duels with my friend. So me and Cruz have just been duking it out in every duel possible. He doesn't really like doing duels that much, but I really like doing duels, so we usually play duels and then Skyblock and then Bed Wars and stuff. And I found that I'm actually not terrible at combat. I think I could get a lot better, but I'm not bad. Like, I can easily win against Cruz, and I can get probably 10 combos in a row. So, I can really get hits, but sometimes people just hit faster than me, and that's usually a problem with me. In Skyblock, though, I've started on building up the island, so now it looks, nice and pristine, and not just that weird island that you start on. Now you have, like, the actual, like, I think I've built it into a 32 by 32 square, or not square, circle, that has 8 minion slots right now. I'm gonna expand it to be able to fit 32, although there's only 29 minion slots. I have a idea of what I'm gonna do for the last 3. There are minion, like, furnitures, which you can do them, like, relaxing and stuff. So I'm just going to do that and have minions that aren't contributing to the minion total by doing that, just for aesthetics, to fill them all up. So yeah, that is kind of what I've been doing in Minecraft. I've also played a little bit of Blitz SG, which has not gone well for me. Also some paintball, but that never works, because I found out that I had 1 million arcade coins, like I think 1.5 million, so I transferred them all to Blitz SG, and then upgraded my armor kit to like 8, so that's really nice. And yeah, so that's all I've been doing. So now we have a little bit of news, just a smidgen.
So actually, this isn't really the news, it's just a blog article, and I can't find the real news.
Well, it is the news. It's that Caves and Cliffs Part 2 is now here. It's released. You can play it. We all know what's already been there. You know, it adds lush caves and dripstone caves and all that.
And now Part 2 adds more terrain updates and biomes.
Yeah, and like mountains and all that nice jazz. So that actually released like 10 days ago. We're kind of behind. But yeah, we have not started getting wild update snapshots, but I'm hoping it's more than just the swamp, because that would be disappointing if it's like just a swamp.
Spawns more commonly.
Well, I have some plans for the wild update. There's a few things that I want. I want more animals, but not like weird, because like Crazy Craft, for example, we used to do episodes on that like 40 episodes ago. What actually happened to that is I tried to log in like a few months ago, like around when episode 30-ish hit, but we cannot find my login. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to create myself a new account and then play Crazy Craft on a completely different world. Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna happen, like, very soon, but I could maybe try in a few days, because I'm gonna be gone tomorrow and Saturday. So I could probably maybe start doing stuff again on, like, Saturday night. And then I can't play on Sunday, and then I can play all next week, and yeah. So I have a lot of chances to play. Yeah.
Nothing really. No, there's nothing really more for us to talk about, really.
Yeah, I just think we should start sticking to a more regular schedule. Like, maybe, like, what's a good day for us to do a podcast?
I feel like Thursdays we always have open.
Yeah, I guess. So, I guess we'll plan to release on Thursday nights.
They might release Friday mornings, because we usually do them at night, and usually that's pretty late, and they usually don't get released very fast.
Yeah, like it's 9:37 right now. I just usually have stuff going on, and then we feel the compulsion to do a podcast at like
A million
way too
o'clock.
late. Yeah, so, and plus it's where everybody else listens, because the majority of our listeners are in Europe for some reason.
Wait, they are?
We have a lot from, like, Great Britain and stuff. I know we have a lot from America, but we have a substantial amount from Britain. So there it's
United Kingdom area.
it's like 4 a.m. or something. It's 5 a.m. there. No, it's almost 6 now.
So, yeah, wake up, listen to the podcast.
Yeah, so it would probably get released around 6 for them, because we're going to be wrapping up this podcast pretty soon. So, like, just as they're waking up on Friday, it gets released. That's kind of weird, because it's like, there's still, like, 3 hours left in the day here, because we're in Oregon, that's...
Yeah. But
specific.
also, so, we're canceling Patreon, so we might restart at some point. Now everyone can get access to the Minecraft server.
We won't be recording any new Patreon episodes, but you still have access to the old ones, I think. I'm not a Patreon wizard, so I'm not, like, the most
we don't really
knowledgeable.
our dad runs that, we don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I really want to, like, I don't know, do something. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we need something kind of new.
It's just like...
Because the Patreon thing was kind of our thing. But maybe we should add, like, a new segment to the episode.
I feel like we're just talking about stuff and nothing really, like... I feel like if we could incorporate the other games we play, too, or, like, add something kind of in the general area.
but that would have to do a name change, and we've already decided not to do the name change.
But we don't really need a name change. I mean...
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could just be a video game, but it's mainly Minecraft. That will have to stand because of the fundamentals of the podcast. Because, it's the Amazing Minecraft Podcast. It's not a great name, I realize that, but it's just so hard to change it. Because then we have to change our logo, our name, our website URL, and a bunch of other stuff. So, that would just be a huge pain.
Someone finally agrees with me. I don't like that name.
Well, we already did a poll on this, and we decided to keep it. So
We could have just called it a gamers podcast for serious gamers.
Well, that would make no sense, because it's just Minecraft.
No, we can talk about other games.
Well, yeah, maybe, but... Yeah, I think that is going to be it for this episode of the Amazing Minecraft Podcast. So, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, because that really helps us. Also, subscribe to the podcast, as that helps us to be seen by more people. So until we do another podcast, which will be soon, don't worry, keep mining and stay crafty. Bye.